So, our last extract today is one that we're really excited about. One, it's a fruit extract, which means it's going to be ready in just a couple of months. Two, this is sort of our first holiday extract of the year. We're making this to use this upcoming holiday season.
Well,
and it'll be ready
late
sooner.
summer,
Yeah.
early fall, should be ready by then.
It should be ready by then. And we haven't given it a snazzy name yet, but we'll have to do that. We'll post the recipe here later today or tomorrow. But this last extract that we're going to do is a peach, vanilla, cinnamon, spiced rum extract, which we are so very excited. And again, this is like an 8-week extract. So we could even use this in 4th of July ice creams maybe. It'll be ready that soon, but
8 to 12.
We're probably going to do a double fold on the peaches, and it'll probably be ready for us maybe Labor Day-ish, but right in time for the holidays. So we're really excited about this one. Should we dive in?
Yes.
Let's talk about peach, cinnamon, vanilla, spice extract.
Okay, so I like to use my mason jars when I'm using a bunch of fruit. It just is easy to get in here. So sometimes I'll break it up when I'm putting it in, just so it takes up less surface area. Or you can always just leave it whole and then let it absorb the fluid, and then muddle it down, and it'll be fine then too. So we're just gonna fill this. Now this is again 1 ounce of freeze-dried peaches, and it's a mounding size cup in volume. So remember, you want to weigh it to make sure you're getting the same amount each time, because if you're just going to put it in a cup, you're going to get a different measurement.
Yep. So one of the tricks is you can pour it all in, they're big clumps, and you can get a, what is it, a pestle, is that?
You can use a mortar and a pestle, or you can
smash it down.
You know, in your cocktail mixers, they got a muddler, you can push that down.
Muddler.
Whatever
Just something
you
to break
want.
it up.
Whatever you have, really. You can put a spoon in there.
Sure, something to break it up. And this is the reason that when we're making extracts, we love using, a French square bottle with a big open neck, or in this case, just a mason jar with a big open neck. When we gift the extract, like Christmas time, or Mother's Day, or
Mother's Day.
I know wedding showers that we've got, over the summer, they're great gifts. So when we gift them, we always pour them into really cute jars and make them really nice and fun labels. But when we're making them, it's all about just function in a bigger jar.
I like to bring them for little hostess gifts. If somebody has invited us over for dinner, I'll bring just a tiny little jar of an extract and have a cute label on it. Just a little thank you, and if your friends know you well, they know that there's always a new extract on the horizon.
Yes, but they get used to that. And so then, before you know it, we can't go to any event where everyone's like, where's my extract?
Yeah, they're like, what did you bring me?
So once you start giving them out, you're going to be giving them out for the rest of your life, because we don't go anywhere now where people aren't like, where is my vanilla extract? What did you bring me this time?
That's right. So I'm just kind of crumbling them up just real quick here so they don't take up too much room. But once I add the spirits to it, I can always push them down.
Okay, so it's so interesting to see, because we've even broken these peaches apart, and this is this a 16-ounce mason jar, is that right? So this is a 16-ounce mason jar, and look at how full it is even when it's broken. I mean, it's almost all the way to the top because of the volume of the beans. Now we're adding a cinnamon stick.
I just broke this up into pieces. All this is going to be strained out in the end, so I'm just breaking this up into pieces, pushing it down.
And we're using Ceylon cinnamon, or Ceylon cinnamon, depending on how you pronounce it, in this particular one. So when you break the cinnamon, it releases all those flavor compounds and everything. And
my fingers right now smell, I just missed Christmas.
Yes. But you can use the cassia cinnamon. It's harder to break with your hands, a little more firm, but you can use the cassia as well for extra spice. We like the Ceylon for just more of a subtle slice, but they're both great and they both have their purpose.
Now I'm only going to use half of this Pampona Rioja because it is a really, really, really big one. So I don't need any more than that. So I'm just cutting it down the middle, and then I'm just going to cut it into smaller pieces so it fits less surface area, so I can.
Roxanne asked how many sticks of cinnamon. We used just one in this one, so because the cinnamon's pretty strong. But when you do your first round of taste tests in 4 to 8 weeks, if you want more cinnamon, you go ahead and you add more cinnamon. So, but one is usually enough.
Yeah, if you love cinnamon, you can add a little bit more, or you can add a new one on your second round. You know, you wait a month, you test it out. You can add another fresh cinnamon if you really, really like cinnamon.
Yep. So now we're using spiced rum for all the reasons that we mentioned before. So we're going to measure 8 fluid ounces here of spiced rum. Just to give it that, and you know, when we think spiced rum, many of you have seen everything that we've written about it, but this is like, it brings back memories of pumpkin spice and
Just in
banana
time
breads.
For the
and,
end of summer when things start to cool off. and you
yes,
start
Halloween
thinking,
cookies and things like that. That's when we start thinking of our spiced rum extracts and when we use them.
My mom used to make this when I was growing up, this peach spiced jam. It was more like a spread. And we lived on this stuff. Like, it is the most delicious peach cinnamon spiced jam. And she has no idea how she made it, what went in it. So none of us have replicated it. I've tried, but it just isn't the same. I wish she would have written it down, but it was one of those things where she just like, throw it together and feed these kids. It was delicious. So that's what I think of when I'm making this. Is that yummy, yummy, yummy jam.
So again, this is a 16-ounce jar. We just put the 8 ounces of spiced rum, and it's almost filled to the top, right?
Yeah, and so, I mean, right now, I'm just going to push that down with my scissors and get the kind of the vanilla down there. It will absorb, but I'll just push it down. If you want to, you could use a quart-sized jar and then use, you know, a weight to push down. You're welcome to do that. I have done both, and it's fine. I'll just, you know, keep an eye on it, and I'll just keep pushing it down after a while. And then once it absorbs all of the liquid, then you push it down, and it stays.
But the peaches are going to absorb all the alcohol and the liquid, and so you're going to have some that float. They're going to be above the alcohol line at first. That's totally fine. Just put the lid on it, let it sit. If you want to shake it up, you can shake it up. But over time, the peaches are going to turn really dark. In fact, all the fruit turns really dark, and it's supposed to.
Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid
it
of it.
doesn't look pretty.
Yeah, it won't look pretty. But it's as the extraction's happening, it'll be just fine.
Yeah.
And again, you can see how the peaches, they're already starting to absorb that alcohol.
Do
So
you want to show them that?
yep, so when you strain it, you want to really push all the alcohol out of those peaches. So here's what it looks like already. So you can see how some of the peaches, I'll see if I can tip it without spilling it. See how some of them are kind of sticking out a little bit. That's okay, they'll evaporate. We got the beans, you know, down at the bottom now when we stirred it around, but it's already starting to extract. You can kind of see what that looks like there. That marriage of cinnamon with the vanilla and the peaches and the spice, it's like Christmas in a bottle. Like,
Well, it's, yeah, like into summer.
oh my gosh, apple pie, peach pie.
All those yummy
It's
breads,
wonderful.
quick make breads, coffee cake. Yeah, all of those would be absolutely delicious. Also, though, if you want more of a vanilla flavor, if you feel like after, you know, if you go a month and you want to add more fruit and then you re-add the vanilla that was in there and then you go another month, so that would be a total of 2 months with the new fruit for the second round. And then you're done, you pour the fruit out and you can't taste enough vanilla, always leave the vanilla in here and then just wait for whatever amount of time you want to. Keep trying it. The longer that vanilla sits in there, the more vanilla you're going to taste.
Yep.
So really, again, it's just up to you and what you think or what you're going for.
Yep, and you taste test all of these just the way we taste test vanilla. A couple drops in milk or in whipped cream. Take the taste. If you like it, if you want more peach, add more peach, go another round. You want more vanilla, give it a little more time with the vanilla that's in there. You want more cinnamon, add more cinnamon, give it another month. You just keep tasting, and you're good to go. Top it off if you need to top it off. You're going to be just fine. And this will be ready. The first round will be ready in 4 to 8 weeks, depending on sort of your taste profile. And if you want to do a double fold, then 4 to 8 weeks after that. So this will be ready in the summer. We'll be probably using it later in the fall, but this would be a great, you know, gift in the fall for wedding reception, different things that we go to. Boy, that's a fun one. Wow, how about that? We have 3 minutes left. We did it in under an hour. How about that? So this has been tons of fun. Thank you for coming into our home. I don't even know what live this is. How many of these have we done now? I have no idea now. This is, I don't know, we're pushing like 20 of them or something, somewhere around there. But we're so glad to have you with us. Thanks for joining us on a Tuesday afternoon. We appreciate you doing it on a Tuesday. We're just seeing lots of people kind of watch the replay and not the live, and Tuesday kind of worked for us, so we're glad that it worked for the many of you that were able to join us. Thank you so much for all your questions. We had so many good, like, deep questions in all of these. So thanks to all of you, to Lori, to Connie, to Mark, to everyone that, you know, asked great questions. Nancy, I see you've helped answer tons of questions. Thank you, Nancy, for your help. A lot of people are answering questions. Laura's on. Thank you, Laura, over in Great Britain for being here, and you're answering lots of questions. Kathy, a big hello to Kathy. We're always just so glad to see Kathy. So Kathy, thanks for being here. Jeanette from up north, Bonnie, glad you could join us. All of you, Raquel, wow. I mean, there's just so many great people. We could go on and on and on and on and on. But we're just glad that we know you, and we're glad that you're friends, and we're glad that we get to share these moments together. So, we will do this again.
Definitely.
In the not too distant future, because we've got a lot more fun extracts now for summertime, as we go into summertime extract season. And so we'll have lots of new recipes the next time, and we will definitely be doing this again. Definitely. So for now, thank you all for joining us. Have a wonderful rest of your day, Tuesday, and a wonderful rest of your week. Thanks for spending some time with us today. We appreciate it.
Happy spring.
Happy spring. We'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.